You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for August 11th through the 22nd. We're going to talk about Nick being furious, and Nate has just had it. He has had quite enough. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. We're going to get into all that. If you're not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. Monday, August 11th, we've got Lily in Kane's suite at the GCAC, but Kane's not there. However, Holden pops up and then lies and tries to cover, saying Dumas wanted him to stop by with a business offer, and Lily thinks she's revealing something when she says Dumas is really Kane Ashby. And then Lily tells Holden about Damian's murder, which is news to him. Lily also tells Holden not to trust Kane and definitely don't go into business with him. Claire tells Victoria about Audra and Victor's awful plot to break up her and Kyle. And whew, Victoria is mad at Victor about it. But then again, it's very typical of her dad. Claire misses Cole and wishes her father was there for advice. And Claire's afraid that Audra is going to turn Kyle dark again. Claire doesn't have a lot of relationship experience, almost none. And she does find it hard to trust people because of her Aunt Jordan. In the end, Claire decides she's going to trust Kyle, and Victoria promises Claire that she will help her deal with Victor and Audra. Speaking of, Audra tells Nate she decided that Victor's out at Vibrante, but ensures Nate that Victor didn't do anything wrong. And Lily pops up and tells Nate she's meeting Kane to try and stop his plotting. Nate urges Lily to be careful, and Nate wants to confront Victor, but Audra says don't do it. That's another red flag. Kyle tells Jack that Audra's trying to get Claire to mistrust him, and Kyle promises his dad he was only testing Audra and was not going to sleep with her. Kyle says he was honest with Claire. He was somewhat honest with Claire, but Jack doesn't think Audra is going to stop. And Kyle mentions how mad Claire is right now with her grandpa, Victor. Mariah visits her mom, Sharon, but snaps on her when Sharon's pushing Mariah about leaving Tessa. Mariah gets really irritated and tells Sharon to back off, or Mariah's going to walk away from her as well. And that leaves Sharon doubly doubtful about what's going on with her daughter. Kyle warns Audra that she should consider herself lucky because he almost told Nate everything she's done when he passed by him. They swap some insults, and Audra says Kyle wanted to hit the sheets with her and just can't resist her. And then Audra kisses Kyle just as Claire walks in and is completely horrified. Jack and Victoria get together and discuss Victor trying to sabotage Claire and Kyle. And Victoria is really hoping there isn't any truth to what Audra is saying about Kyle wanting her. Jack believes Kyle, and he thinks Audra is just trying to make trouble, and that has Victoria very concerned as well. Tessa spends time with Daniel, and he asks her about Mariah. Things aren't any better in her marriage, and Tessa says Mariah officially moved out. Tessa is concerned that Mariah did something really bad, and of course we all know that's true, but Daniel doesn't think Tessa should give up on Mariah. However, Tessa thinks her marriage is over. Tuesday, August 12th, we've got Claire taking the reins. She is very upset about Audra kissing Kyle. I'm guessing Claire lays into Audra. Hopefully she'll see through things and still have faith in Kyle. But then again, he really hasn't been transparent with her about what went down in France. Nate is already suspicious, so Audra is careful about how she handles things with her boyfriend. You know, maybe Audra kissed Kyle in public so she can spin it in a way where she can say that he's chasing her and lip-locked her in public. I do think Claire is going to tattle to Nate about Audra. At least I hope so. Phyllis spills her secret plot to Daniel. I'm sure Phyllis can't help but brag about working with Kane to destroy her enemies, and Daniel's going to hate all of this. Wednesday, August 13th, we've got Nick fed up and completely annoyed with Billy. I'm sure Nick's fuming that Billy's trying to get Chancellor away from Nikki with help from Kane. Jack tells Diane that putting their faith and possibly the future of Jabot in Billy's hands is quite troubling. And then Jack gets an invitation he did not expect. Maybe it's from Kane. Victor hits back at Kane on Wednesday, and I wonder if that's about his scheme with Lily. On Thursday, August 14th, Christine asks Lauren for a favor. And this may be about her wedding plans. Maybe she wants help with a dress. Maybe she wants Lauren to be her matron of honor. Hopefully Phyllis won't try and crash the wedding, but since she's still fixated on Danny, I think there's odds on that it could happen. Daniel opens up to Danny about his growing feelings for Tessa. He may feel guilty because of Heather and also because of Mariah. Hopefully, Danny's got some good advice for his son. Nick gets on board with Victor's plot to destroy an enemy. Maybe it's Kane, maybe it's Billy, maybe it's both. Friday, August 15th, Nick and Sharon are chatting with Chelsea and Adam at Crimson Lights. Not sure if it's Friday, it's one day this week. And I'm interested to see if that chat turns into a double date. I think that'd be awfully cute since they've all dated each other. Also this week, Devon is out of town because Braeden James is doing a crossover over on Beyond the Gates. He had to fly to Atlanta to film that. And that is on Gates on Monday, August 11th, their episode. Devon approaches Anita about Music Matters. If you're watching that show, you'll know who it is. Adam reaches his limit with Chelsea's loyalty to her ex, Billy. And Billy is headed over to the Tack House to talk over something with Victoria. Nick shows Sharon a different side of himself. I wonder if it's going to be ruthless or romance. We'll see. I'm hoping for the latter. Lily gets a promise from Kane, and I wonder if he's going to tell Lily that he's trustworthy and won't target Winters, but wants her to stay out of the way otherwise. He and Lily are talking on his train car because his choo-choo just arrived in Genoa City. The week of August 18th through the 22nd, we've got Adam and Chelsea facing a challenge to their relationship because of her ex. Adam can no longer ignore Victor's orders about Billy just because he's trying to give Chelsea some grace. It's clear that Billy is working with Kane and coming for the Newmans. So Adam and Chelsea need to figure out how they can get past this speed bump. If they even can, Adam may need to write her a reality check that she won't like, but Billy is the enemy. Lily gets her plan working. She is ready to stop Kane in his tracks. And I wonder if she's going to let him think that there's a chance at a reunion. Daniel and Tessa get closer. Obviously, Daniel's developing romantic feelings for Tessa, and she seems to be giving up on things with Mariah, so I wonder how close they get and how soon something happens between them. I'm not seeing them hit the sheets, but maybe a kiss, maybe soon. Christine gets busy making wedding plans to get hitched to Danny. Cricket and Danny are happily engaged. Looks like their wedding is going to be this fall. Planning starts this week, carries into the next. And Kane is busy strategizing. He's got Phyllis and Billy, and he's also got Holden, and he's starting to put the pieces in motion. I do wonder when Billy and Phyllis find out that Holden is part of the team.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.